You can imagine it's not an easy decision to make. I kind of made it a few months ago, deliberating over things, opportunities, like having an injury this season as well, taking longer to recover. A lot of things kind of preempted me thinking about it, and then finally to release it this week, last week, and just get it out. It feels a bit of a relief, but it's only really now it started sinking in that I'll be retiring at the end of the season.
You have said previously before that Jersey gave you that springboard to go on to Wasps. So how nice is it in a way is that you're calling it quits back here in Jersey?
Yeah, I'm always incredibly thankful for Jersey for that opportunity sort of 10 years ago. As people know, my family are from the island. I've got a lot of family friends out here, and it's a place I consider home, and it's really dear to my heart. So first of all, they gave me the opportunity sort of 10 years ago to play in the National One at the time and then Championship. Didn't know how far I could go, managed to kick on to the next level at Premiership, and then I knew I wanted to finish my career here, but I didn't think it would come this quickly. But I'm incredibly proud every time I wear this shirt and represent not just this team, but this island as a whole. And to have that opportunity moving forward to the last year of my career, I think is quite fitting for me.
Who was your best ever teammate?
Best teammate or best player?
Well, let's go best player.
Best player I've ever played with. I'm incredibly lucky that I played with the likes of people like George Smith, Charles Peartal, Curtly Beale, Christian Wade at Wasps. At Tigers played with sort of George Ford and Dan Cole, Tom Youngs. Incredibly thankful to Luciano, those boys. But I think the best player I've ever played with is probably Carl Eastman. He was absolutely incredible. I played with him at Wasps for a couple of years and again at Tigers. He was an exceptional talent. He saw the game so differently, having that rugby league background. Dual code international. He taught me so much in training sessions. He'd physically grab me, push me around, get me into the right position. But not just that, he'd get me to understand why I needed to be in that position in the first place. He improved my skill set. He improved my reading of the game. So Carl was probably the best player I played with.
What about best player you played against?
Best against? Oh my God. There's been some exceptional players. I think in my first year at Wasps, we played against Stade Francais. So I played against Sergio Parisi at 8. That was pretty special because obviously I've seen him a lot on TV, and then I managed to play against Racing Metro when I was at Tigers, so they had people like Finn Russell playing, Nakarawa, the second row, who was incredible. But when you look at that Toulon team, when we went down there and we played against Toulon, they had some exceptional players. They had people like Dwayne Vermeulen at 8, Joanne Smith at 6, they had Bakis Bota in the second row, Victor Matfield was there the year before. There's too many to name. I respect all those players that I played against, and there's been some exceptional names.
How will you reflect on your career? Because obviously it's going to take a little bit of time to process.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I've kind of known for a few months now, and I kind of thought I was okay with it and everything was fine. I released the post sort of like beginning of this week, I think it was, or the end of last week. And I got quite choked up with a lot of the messages I received from people that I've played with, like these exceptional players, but also a lot of the fans. The Leicester Tigers and the Wasps supporters are incredible. They really are, and the ones in Jersey as well. They've sent me some incredibly, I think, emotional messages, which has really made me stand back and reflect. I've actually walked away from those messages a couple of times because I'm not really ready to do that yet. My mum sent me a message as well, which brought me to tears. I was sat on the sofa on my own, and mum sent me a text just saying that she was proud of what I'd done, and that really meant a lot to me, because obviously without her I wouldn't have had any opportunities I did. I get a bit choked up talking about it now. But what I will do is after this cup competition ends, when we played the quarter-final and hopefully move on to the semis and final, and I'll enjoy a few days with the boys, and then I'll sit down with my family and I'll reflect and I'll have a little look at what I've achieved and what I've done. But the one thing for me now is I want to go out with the trophy. I haven't won that much. I've won some sevens tournaments and stuff within my career, but I haven't won a proper trophy with the boys, and to win one with Jersey will be extremely special.
What's next?
Staying in Jersey is what's next for me. Incredibly thankful for the support network. I've got some of my best friends here, I've got family here, and I've got an opportunity lined up in July working with a company in town. I'll get to that eventually. I'm not ready to look too far ahead. I've done what I needed to do in order, and I got given an amazing opportunity, and I'll work for that. But until I finish the job with Jersey Rugby Club and until I've lifted a trophy with these boys, I can't look too far ahead yet.
See you at the Siam next year?
100%. 100%. I can't wait.